443
Alright.
Ball Talk. Moosie, let's kick it off.
Alright, we're back again, I'm back again. I say 443 Ball Talk, and it's your host Moosie, alongside my co-host Shauna, aka Arteta O. We're back again with another episode. Thanks for joining us. Shauna, what's going on? What a pray. How things look by your end?
Things looking good, you know. Things looking good. Had a little mishap over the weekend, football-wise, but we're still here, we're still cracking, we're still undefeated, you know?
Yeah, that is definitely something good to brag about. But guess what?
Yes.
I think we're not go undefeated. When I get over the little hiccup over the weekend, but guess what? I say it go, guess what? Sometimes I better get a hiccup. Like when we say all the time about playing, not playing your best, but still finding a way to gain points, it's going to be
I
key
agree.
this
An
season.
ugly win over a pretty loss.
All day
Brigade
long.
win.
And I must say, my team is, this season, it seemed like that is our motto. And until we get all our players back, I see a lot of people on social media complaining, but for me, I'm not complaining much. You see, as long as I get the 3 points, that's all that matters to me. Performance can come later. Right now, we in our result business. We need to win and gain points right this moment. All right, we're not going to wait too long. We'll get right into it. You know, it's a whole lot of stuff that happened over the past 2 weeks, the international break. Back into the Premier League season. We had Champions League yesterday. We had Champions League today. We're not going to talk about what happens on Thursday because that's none of our business. Anyhow, we're going to get right into it. Neymar, he make a big transfer, go over Saudi, make a big payday. Come to find out, Neymar got injured on international duty for Brazil, which means he's going to be out for a couple months. Which, as a Brazil fan, I hope that it means that recovery time will bode him well and he will come back guns blazing to try to help Brazil end that World Cup trophy drought, and hopefully Brazil can carry to the next World Cup in 2026. It's kind of sad because Neymar was the person that the media and fans tipped to be the next person running behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, as the next superstar, but it's just that he never live up to it. I mean, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
He's
just can't stay fit neither.
Scorer, but he's still missing that trophy where you'd say he was the man behind it.
He was the man, yeah.
Lead of his team. Him not have that under him belt yet. So Neymar, that's still a hang over your head. And Bala, I hope you come back from that major injury and may all the best with your injury recovery.
My Moosie, Neymar has been very unlucky, especially since he left Barcelona. That man, just for his life, he just cannot stay fit. I mean, I really like him. I mean, yeah, you look at theatrics on the field, get to people more while, but I mean, he's a very, very, very good baller. And to seeing him, get out of a so-and-so toxic relationship over at PSG, settling at what's the name of the team again? I don't even remember the name of the Saudi team that he's playing on. But he got a big, very, very big payday. And it's unfortunate, like getting injured. And it's not like it's just a 1 month injury.
Yeah,
it's a long-term injury.
Yes. And the thing is, like you said, him end up leave. Him force a move out from Barca, end up at PSG, and it just seemed like it wasn't gonna work out at PSG. But at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, I don't get attached to football players per se. I'm a team. I support my team. So for Neymar, I would never knock any person that plays sports, whatever the sport may be. Get your bag. Anywhere the bag there, you gotta get your bag because in the day, when you're retired and all said and done, you're gonna need the money to take care of your family. You know what I mean? When them say generational wealth, so youth them can all be secure. So, hey, I'm not knocking Neymar. Going over Saudi go get your bag. If you ain't gotta do much for it, I mean, who really want to work? Right? You can't make easy money. So, but
easy money.
Anyways, we're gonna fast forward. Speaking of which, of getting your bag, you have some of these players. They're making all this money playing football, but it seemed like the football money not enough. When I say that the football money enough, we are talking about the players. Then we get caught Ivan, Tony, them are gamble on the games. And sometimes when you watch some of the games and you see some of the things that these players do, it makes you wonder, are these players really gambling on some of these games? Speaking of which, this past off season, Newcastle invested heavily in their midfield and signed Tonali from AC Milan, which was a shock transfer to me because I'm thinking,
Yeah, it was shocking.
AC Milan are basically back at a top team in Italy, right? In Serie A, and top team are running a Champions League, because running for Champions League title, because they made the semifinals last year. So I was pretty sure that some for a baller of that stature, still young and still a growing game, that he would want to leave AC Milan to come to England and play for Newcastle. Of course, I would not consider Newcastle to be a title contender, but Newcastle is a team where you could say could be a team that's going to be fighting for top four, or a team that could possibly secure top four, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And Newcastle signed Tonali. Then recently, we found out that Tonali was gambling on games while playing in Serie A. And the word is in the media, he will be getting a 10-month game ban. That means his season is
over
to an end. And he has been impressive to start the season for Newcastle.
Yeah.
But guess what? So be it. And I never say this, I don't wish bad upon people, but in this case, serve him right.
Yeah.
That will not be tolerated. Just like we don't want racism in football, we're not tolerating no player a gambling games. Leave the gambling to the fans, bro. Where's the Shauna?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as you said, it was a very surprising acquisition from AC Milan. I mean, especially for that big fee, because I think he was sold for like $70 million.
Big transfer.
And honestly, I mean, the first few weeks of the season, he has been living up to his transfer. He has looked good. I'm not gonna be biased, or he has looked pretty good for Newcastle, but you know, what's in the dark will always come to light. I mean, we all saw what happened with Ivan Toney, and honestly, Moosie, I think there will be many, many more uncoverings of this sort going forward.
I believe so too.
I mean, you do the crime, you serve the time. I mean, it's unfortunate. Let's see if this will derail Newcastle season. Let's see. But you know, it's just stupid from these ballers.
Shauna, I hope it does. Anyway,
yeah, me too.
now it's a time for Newcastle and them gambling baller. All right, so I know for those of you that has been following 443 Ball Talk since we started, you know, every time I come on here, I don't really complain. I don't make no excuses. But what are the reasons that is holding back my team? It's the Glazers. I don't care how you want to spin it. We have poor ownership. And when I say poor ownership, yes, they have given the manager money to spend. But if you notice, a proper football club have a sporting director, right? That's controlling all transfers and making sure that the club is properly investing in players, right? And when you have accountants running football, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. There's no way I would have a brain surgeon come on my house, come fix my pipe. And that's exactly what's going on at Man United right now. And unfortunately, with the Qataris were bidding on Man United, and they finally backed up because they realized that Glazers are playing mind games and want to value the club more than the club is actually worth. But I think deep down, they were not trying to sell the club, because guess what? Man United is a cash cow, and it doesn't matter how bad Man United are on the football field. We're still a club of high magnitude, whereas we are a global brand. It doesn't matter how the team perform. Investors still want to invest in Manchester United. But people don't understand it, right? If you have something that is so powerful and so good, wouldn't you cherish it and make sure, say, you pour down pump it, make it better? So the more you invest in it, the more you can profit from it. But these people not thinking like that. They might get what they might get with all these endorsement deals and all that stuff. And the club are run rotten, but we're not going to waste much time on them, because they're only for step on Man United team, because guess what? We're still a stutter step, but guess what? We are getting points and we are keep it pushing. Shauna, we have to say about the Qataris pulling out of Man United.
Well, as you said, Moosie, I think the Glazers had no real intention of selling you guys. I mean, I think they were just pulling the Qatars. Like, I think they still want like some major stakes in your club, you know? Because right now I was reading that, Sir Jim Radcliffe, they were gonna sell him like what, 25-30%? But
25.
he would like,
Trying to sell him 25%. And it's, I don't mean to cut you, Shauna. And that is currently being negotiated. But I'm going to say this before you go any further. I just want to say one thing on that. And we're not going to waste too much time on that. Sir Jimmy Radcliffe, right, is the owner of Nice in France, right?
mm-hmm.
He's the owner of that French club, right? And he is not properly running that club. Why would I want Man United to come be a part owner? To do what exactly? But anyway, without wasting time on him. And also, he's a season ticket holder of Chelsea Football Club. Why would I want that?
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Why would I want that person to be running my club? Anyway, without wasting time on him, Shauna. Finish up with that set, and then we'll keep it pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. As I said, I don't think they really want to part, like, because the Qataris wanted like 100% ownership, like full ownership, and they were going to invest heavily into the club. But I don't, as you say, Man United is a brand, is a worldwide brand. I mean, they haven't really invested in the club. Whatever money that is used is usually like, from what generate, yeah, the profit that you guys generated.
Yes.
So yeah, them not go easily, especially since Sir Jim Radcliffe, say, he will just control like 25, be a part owner. I mean, I don't think they wanna part
Right.
with this kind of money,
Enough of the Glazers and the mediocrity. We're gonna keep it pushing. Of course, when I put on my national colors, something really happened. Is either reggae girls or reggae boys that do good, or JFF stick up the place as usual. Yes, I'm gonna say that JFF will stick up the place as usual. This past international break, the reggae girls had upcoming Gold Cup qualifying game. Actually, the game was played today, and before I get into that, the World Cup squad were not paid their bonuses that they were due. So as a collective,
Ridiculous.
which is embarrassing, as a collective group, the team decided that they're going to refuse call up to the national team for the upcoming the current Gold Cup qualifying games. And what ended up happening is after they declined to be called up because they weren't paid outstanding and certain negotiations were not met by the team, their advisors, and JFF, they decided that, listen, we're not going to accept the call up. And in return, JFF, being petty, said they're going to suspend them, which is madness. Imagine you're
madness.
Imagine my boss owe me and I suspend me because I say me now come to work because I don't get paid. JFF on a outer order, on a stink. And right,
Yeah.
the thing is, what has really made me mad in a sense where, but they say it from man and say, I me love the record girls the most, and it bone me them are mistreat the woman them because guess what? I seen them do the man them, and the woman them are far more successful. Back-to-back World Cups. We got quarterfinals. And I saw them treat the girl them, and the girl them earn their money.
It's ridiculous.
Them are big on nothing special. They earn their money. This money was given to JFF by FIFA. That goes to the players. And it's a problem. So now they end up calling up a brand new squad for the Gold Cup qualifiers. The game was played tonight against Panama. I was watching it earlier, Shauna. And let me tell you, it come like when the girls and they just start playing. The football tonight was horrible.
Horrible. Oh my God. What was the scoreline?
Then we lose 2-1. But I'm a firm believer in life. Sometimes I firmly back the worker girls. I'm going to stand with them. Because in life, sometimes you have to, if you not take a stand, people can walk over you and step on you. So, regular girls, my back on 100%. You guys did what you had to do. In a life, sometimes you have to lose for win again. And JFF, the girls, them tired on you. I'm tired on you too because over and over on the two teeth, man. When you just, Shana, but they really want to go in and some of the intricate details of some of the stuff for them do. The executives, them, when they might travel with the team, they might fly first class. And at
Yeah.
the ball, them one at the back, one at the back near the tile.
Oh
Man, bro,
shoot. Oh
on
no.
that, we ain't going for that. That shit is not cool. So I'm not real for JFF. I'm not gonna use
Mm-mm.
443 ball talk time to discuss JFF because them have one whole segment by themselves. And them they even deserve so much airtime from me because the world know. Because I guess right now, Shana, all AC Milan, me see a post.
I saw it. I saw it today, Moosie. Me shame like dog.
See them in a post about them. Yeah, no. Shana,
Yeah.
you're lucky you're ashamed because JFF not ashamed. What you ashamed for? They're not ashamed.
That's true. That is so true. Me see it to them, man. I'm like, AC Milan. Remember, AC Milan is one of the biggest club in the world, you know. And everybody I say,
Shana,
what go on down a yard? Oh my God.
JFF stink. Them rotten. Anyway, we're not wasting no more time on JFF. JFF, go on. Your time up.
Go on. Go on.
So, just today, Shauna, there was actually yesterday, I heard rumors floating around. Excuse me. I heard rumors floating around about points deduction, 12-point deduction for Everton for breaching financial fair play rules. Imagine Everton. Remember, I picked Everton to get relegated. And I discouraged them. It's like them really come like say, I should really pull a Tonali and go gamble. Say Everton will get relegated because they're already struggling. And for them to go forget points deduction of 12 points, boy, it have a rough on them. But I say this, me feel away for them because I still want to know why Man City have all these charges pending. I wouldn't get enough points reduction about them all now. But Everton, I kind of feel sorry for you, but because you're one of the teams in the league for the one of the longest, and it'll be unfortunate if you know, say, you get relegated by 6 points. And from where you lose, from the points reduction where you lose. But
reduction.
I hope you can get some points because it's not official yet, but that is what is in the works where they say there's a possibility that they can.
What's swirling around right now? I actually saw 14. Today I saw 14, so I don't know.
Oh wow! See?
Nothing is confirmed yet. So let's see how it plays out.
But it for all major news outlets, so it's something in the works. Anna, something I see something today. This evening, immediately get a slight headache. Don't get me wrong. I was they hear biggest fans, right? But now I'm seeing rumors that Man United are considering re-signing him because we're gonna Onana is gonna be going to AFCON in January. Shauna. And this one tell people say the club now run right. Oh, you feel be a proper club, I try move forward. You decide to make the man run down him contract and you're looking to bring him back. Bring him back for what?
On a short-term contract according to the rumors.
Free ma come back for me. Back to the club. And the fanboy them are gonna vex, but when they came, I'm gonna talk the truth because this is just my view. Why are we going back? It's coming like every time we take 10 steps forward. What would them think we take 100 back? How you gonna progress as a team? On the claims that 10 have signed Onana so we can comfortably play out from the back or beat any team with pressure high, right? So how to go work when we go back to playing the same football? We can't play.
Exactly.
We have now go too deep into it, but imagine this, Shana.
Yeah.
Free from summer. And
nobody no look on him. Yeah.
They here come like him a collect unemployment. Him couldn't find a work. Nobody no pick him up. Either United feel sorry for him and not go pick him up. Not enough goalkeeper in the day night work.
Yeah, and that was shocking too. That was shocking. That was shocking, Moosie, because I thought that, one of them lower Spanish team there at least would have grabbed him up, snatch him up from like July or whenever. But
the problem is, Sean, it comes back around to the Glazers again. I'm gonna mention them again. They here was overpaid. When you make them type of money there, you think you go from £350,000 a week to go talk about play for one Spanish team, you try to get £100,000 a week. You're mad.
Or less.
The man rather live off him correct wealth than go play for that. Pride. Not playing for that.
Yeah.
They need to play.
Pride and ego.
Pride and ego, but they need to play for that. Anyway, they always time. I know that's rumors, but there's a possibility it might happen. I didn't go. Shana, when we get to that bridge there, we cross it.
across it. Same, sir.
and I can't swim. So if the bridge have enough water, a problem for me. So anyway, on Saturday, during Man City game, it came across the TV that one of Man United's legend passed away. They say quite possibly the greatest English football player ever. Sir Bobby Charlton passed away. May so rest in peace. One thing I loved about Bobby, just by observing, he was always around, especially academy, and all of the former United players and current United players, they speak very highly of him, and it's I tell people all the time that live your life and enjoy your life, because we're there for a good time, not a long time. You never know when tomorrow is a day may not pay you do it. So may Sir Bobby Charlton rest in peace. But maybe Bobby Charlton are the best thing could ever happen, because I guess you're not going to see Man United to suffer no more. So may Bobby Charlton rest in peace. But Jaja, yes, it's sad to see, a couple of weeks before Sir Alex Ferguson lose his wife, and then Sir Bobby Charlton. When he was exposed at Man United. But Shauna, we're not wasting more time. We're going to the football side of things, we say on Tuesday or Wednesday, a big side. Whether you win it or not, and the big boys playing a Champions League, and who play on Thursday, we're going to discuss. We make them have them on a conversation privately. So yesterday at Old Trafford, Man United played 2 games in the Champions League. We had back-to-back losses. I mean, the team not playing well. Ten Hag still under a lot of pressure because the team now play well, and we still have a lot of injuries, right? We now make an excuse about the injuries, but in the idea, at a club like Man United, you still have to find a way to what? You still have to find a way to win. So yesterday, we started out a little bit cagey. We never really create much in the first half. Second half was a total different game. At halftime, he pulled Amrabat. I initially thought that was like an injury or a precaution. Amrabat may have felt a tweak or something, and he decided to pull him. End up being, after the game, them said it was actually a tactical substitution. And let me tell you this, I'm a fan of Eriksen, but I just know that I'm honest with myself. I know that Eriksen cannot handle a end-to-end game of high tempo. If the game slow down, he will pick you apart if the game is slow down to his pace. But in reach a stage, I don't know if because I'm hard problem, him can't run at that level non-stop. Anyway, China, we end up winning 1-0, and it's all over social media. The man that Ten Hag basically wanted to get rid of, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, the savior. And I'm going to say this, right? I am not a fan of Harry Maguire. But one thing I'll say, I'm going to back the manager until the manager is no longer there. If a new manager come in, I'm going to back the manager, right? And sometimes when you don't have another choice, you have to use him, right? But shout out to Harry Maguire, because despite not being one of the faves of the coach, are not even in a contention for selection, and him just take it as a motivation, because when they hear nothing of the media, him a bicker, in a hear nothing a spill about him, a complain, or try to force him way out, him decide to tie up him boots and pull up him socks and work for him place. And I must say, we haven't played any tough opposition in the last 3 games, but it doesn't matter. It's still professional football at the highest level, right? And you can only beat who's in front of you. And shout out to Harry Maguire. He has had 3 consistent performances for Man United, and deservedly, he scored yesterday the match winner. And big up to Harry Maguire. As much as me give you a whole heap of slap on social media, me ever give you was due to you. You well played, and you come up trumps yesterday and give you a match, because it's a win we needed, because we're down 2 L's in the group. And we gave away a penalty in an injury time. And Nana, what's my name? Nana. Big scrutiny since joining the English Premier League. And yesterday, I felt like him redeem himself just a bit much for now, and it cannot ease some of the pressure we might have feel. He had to save a last-minute penalty. Shauna, when we say, I celebrated that penalty like we win the Champions League. I know you won't know what that feeling is like. I celebrated that
Whatever.
I celebrated that penalty like we won the Champions League. And Onana has had some poor performances, but I cannot blame everything that's been happening to him solely on him for the simple fact, just about every game, we feel a different defense line. In order for you to build chemistry, you have to be playing with the same back line every game. I know my game and your game was being played at the same time, but I watch your highlights. I don't know what you have to say about my team, but it doesn't matter, Shauna. At this point, I had 3 points. I have 3 points in Champions League. 3 points. And it means a lot.
Congrats, congrats on finally winning a game in the Champions League. I mean, hot on the Europa League position, and big up Harry Maguire, as you say. He has been getting booed, scrutinized by fans, the media, for the past couple seasons. And for him to, refuse a move away where he could have probably gotten like way more game time to come and fight for his place. I mean, it shows. I mean, not many more people are going to admit it, but it shows mental toughness.
Yes,
Trust me, because we all see what him go through. I mean, him go through a lot. But I mean, his performances back then, for a $80 million signing, his performances back then were dire. So of course, people are going to be frustrated with him. But seeing that he had 1 foot out, and then he drew it back in, saying, I'm going to fight for my place at Man United. And he's so far, I mean, we know, honestly, I think he's going to revert back to the Harry Maguire what we know. But, seeing he's proving his haters wrong. He's proving his haters wrong, Moosie. So, credit to him. I mean, I hope you guys give him a new contract now. I really hope.
Shauna,
give him a next 5-year contract.
On that note, Shauna, we're going to keep it pushing. No new contract. Guess what? You say that's June. Man United are famous for that. Man United give players after they play 2-3 good games. So I would you say that's true, but we would be surprised if we hear same sign a new deal. But anyway, shout out to Arsenal. A couple weeks ago, right on here on 443 Ball Talk, I made a big statement in terms of giving Arsenal voter confidence, where I said that I feel as though Arsenal would make a good Champions League run. I mean, the previous week they lost the Lens 2-1, but I still believe that the style of football that Arsenal plays, and most of these teams in Europe, they're not used to playing against Arsenal week in, week out. And it's hard to adjust to Arsenal tactical formation, tactical awareness, or Arsenal set up and play. And in English Premier League, it's easy for teams to adjust because them see Arsenal play every week versus the other teams in Europe. And I picked Arsenal as one of the teams to not say necessarily go all the way, but to make an impact in this year's Champions League. And yesterday they went to a field where they went to play away to Sevilla, and playing away to Sevilla is not an easy feat because most of the time we don't win in that field. Sevilla is like them have a thing for beating English teams, especially mine. And Arsenal produced a good performance yesterday and went there and won 2-1. And I was watching the game yesterday, and I must say, Arsenal had some standout. You see, the thing that I'm telling you, when you have a solid back line, it helps a lot. You know what I mean? And I know I joked about it earlier this season when in first couple of games, he never looked that solid. He never looked upfit in the preseason, but you can't really judge preseason and regular season. I must say, Declan Rice looked like the man in an Arsenal midfield. And I feel as though at Arsenal not have him in midfield, they would be in a lot of trouble this season. And Martinelli, we're going to cheer for the Brazilian name. Martinelli and Jesus did them thing. But Arsenal looked good yesterday, and your goalkeeper looked a little bit shaky at but God go with him, Kavanaga. But like Mr. Shana, well done. And congrats. You moved to 6 points from 3 games. How do you feel about your performance yesterday?
Well, trust me, it's a breath of fresh air coming from the last Champions League performance where, trust me, Lens, they ran us ragged. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a perfect game, but I think we controlled the tempo for much of the game. Well, at least until we conceded to Sevilla. But I mean, it was a good performance by our standards. Jesus, he was running them ragged. Martinelli, they couldn't control him. As you said, Declan Rice, over and over every week, week after week, he is a standout. And it would be spooky if we didn't have him because, as you know, Thomas Partey, always injured, not very
Right.
reliable right now. So yeah, man, it was a calm performance for the most part, and it's good to be on top of the group. At least we're not in third, we're on top of the group. So hopefully we can build on that because 2 of the next 3 games, I believe, are at home. So
Yes,
let's see.
sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So with the other English teams that were in the played in the Champions League, you had it was Arsenal and Man United. Arsenal and Man United won yesterday, and today we had Man City
Mm-hmm.
beat Young Boys 3-1, and of course Newcastle lost at home, which was kind of came of a surprise after how they played last time out. So
Yeah.
Newcastle ended up losing 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund, and in the next Champions League game, they're going to have to travel to Borussia Dortmund. So which was actually the group of death. So let's see. And
Yeah.
Mbappe was in rare form today. Like he fight. He
Oh
has
yeah.
been,
Whew, I saw him. I
yeah,
watched
he
the
was
highlights and whew.
Mbappe was Mbappe in today. And then we're not
Mm-hmm.
3-0 with AC
Got
Milan.
AC
So
Milan.
let's see, the group of the
But
Champions League
but
pretty
Moosie,
interesting
look
this
at it.
season.
Look but Moosie, look at it. 2 weeks ago, Newcastle fly high, top of the group of death. Now they might be going to Europa.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling people say. It's
Yeah.
where the football is right now is slim margins. You have to take your opportunities because guess what? You snooze, you lose. Speaking of which, we're going to fast
Okay.
forward, because this past weekend, Man United played away to
Mm-hmm.
Sheffield. And Sheffield are one of the basement boys this season. And I said to myself, I was looking forward to, like I would say, let me see if we can step a game up a little bit. We could see if we can bar the game. No, we
Yeah.
did not, unfortunately. Sheffield came out running. We made Sheffield look like prime Barcelona. But Shauna, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we came out
3 points,
victorious.
right?
We beat them 2-1. Scott McTominay scored a goal and gave away a penalty. And then Dallas scored a beautiful curling shot from 25
A
yards out
beautiful, yeah.
to seal the victory for us. I'm not going to say it was easy, but at the end of the day, 3 points
Three
is all
points
that
is
matters.
matters. But the thing is, Moosie, everybody after when what was the game that you guys played where McTominay scored the
But
brace in injury time and you guys
that was,
it was Brentford,
yes.
right? Or Burnley? Yeah,
No,
Burnley,
it was
right?
Brentford.
So like everybody's
Brentford.
like, oh, Brentford, okay. All right, so everybody's like, oh yeah, long time McTominay for start, cause him can score a goal. And look at this now, the past 2 games that I've watched, well, watch the highlights. He has scored a goal in one of them, but he has given away what? 2 penalties. So that shows you that McTominay can't really be
Sana,
trusted yet.
I'm glad
But
you bring it up. McTominay is a liability. He's a liability.
yeah,
Here's my thing, right? It's obvious that he has an eye for goal, but with him height, he should also
mm-hmm,
be an asset in terms of defending set pieces, right? No, you can't have him nowhere near your box
I
because he's
agree.
clumsy. And at any given time, he could possibly give away
Clumsy.
a free kick. You cannot have him in around your
Yeah.
box because him very slight and him just one
Mm-hmm.
mistake away from causing havoc in your penalty box. And like I said,
Yeah.
he cannot be trusted.
Yeah.
Cannot be trusted. Let me just say,
Mm-hmm.
Shauna, we enough of Scott McTominay and Man United. And then Man United get them 3 points. And we're just 6 points off the top. Despite Man United having a bad start, Shauna, we're just 6 points off the top. So all is not lost. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
we go and give a little one cocoa full basket. Because if we get our pace back our fine form, then we can get a little chemistry and the gel and then we make a good little run. Because if we go on a good winning streak, that top 4 can shape up easily, right? But I'm gonna speak on the team that I believe. I'm gonna make a big talk, Shauna. They played on Monday. and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to remind you again, I'm going to remind you every week. Tottenham Hotspurs, your local rivals, they are firing on all cylinders. And you have to take in consideration, remember, they're also undefeated, just like your Gunners are, right? But you have to take into consideration, they do not play in Europe.
Play Europe, and they're also out of one of the League Cup competition. So
They have
I mean, they have
tournaments, basically the league and the FA Cup. But
the FA
one
Cup.
thing that caught my attention, they have quite a few players from the continent of Africa. So some of those players are going to be going to AFCON. But let's see if they manage during that time. But for no Shauna, leading up to that, they seem to have a pretty decent schedule. You see me I say? They seem to have a pretty decent schedule. And if them can keep up the momentum, maybe those players leaving won't really lose much. You see me I say? Because if they rotate them squad good, and the players that will come in probably can stop that gap until the other players them come back, they might be just fine. And I'm going to tell you this, Sean. At this present moment, I just don't want to see Man City win 4 in a row. I mean, you don't want to hear this, but I'd rather see Tottenham win it than any other side. Of course, you don't want to see them win it, but I do.
Yeah, cause shame would have kill me.
Hey, I better shame kill you.
Seeing what happened to Arsenal last season, and then seeing our most heated rivals come and win the league effortless. Hell no, man. Come on, you know what? Newcastle better come win it. No, somebody else. Aston Villa, please come win the league.
I just wanna highlight the fact that Arsenal got rid of Unai Emery, and what he's doing currently at Aston Villa cannot go unnoticed. He is doing an excellent job.
Oh, really?
11 games straight, Shauna, they win at home. And they are one of the teams that's pushing for top 4. I mean, them little blip here and there, but they look like a team that mean business this season. And like me say, watch out for them. Don't write them off. And of course,
man.
Of course, my Northwest rivals, Liverpool, still do them thing. Shauna, me know you there watch the weekend, because we there watch the game together. That Liverpool Everton game, that should have played behind closed doors. What a game boring. What a game boring. Mr. Yeah, drop asleep.
Yeah.
And wake up back. Liverpool. Hold the more to get up.
Yeah, we drop asleep.
They had a little situation in there that Ashley Young was red carded, which was deserved. But a lot of people also felt like Liverpool defender should have got red card also. Kanate, he should have had a second yellow card. I will complain about it, but we know the referee them on far and consistent. But I just one of them things the referee live in the car. Mistake of a make, and it's all about.
It makes no sense to complain, yeah.
It makes no sense because all they're gonna do, you're gonna get an apology from the referee association, and guess what? Nothing happens. They might demote the referee to another game, and then back to square one. Speaking of which, you know the team when we won and lose enough game, Brighton, them play Man City.
Brighton
was a freaking good game. End-to-end stuff. 2 teams are got some likes the free-flowing football, back to back and forth, end-to-end stuff. I mean, NID, Man City end up come out victorious. And the team them with the up top, all of them are find a way for win. I mean, you know, my team, they run back a stutter, but guess what? We are keep everybody where we can see them within touching distance. And I like to it's not like the high school kids. We are keep the gap close. It not stretch too far, because if you lose a game or lose or draw one game, the point gap can stretch from 3 to 4 easily.
It can jump.
So
yeah, I agree. By the way, I wanted to correct you on something that you said earlier. You said you're 6 points off the top. You're actually 8 points off
correction,
the top.
I'm 8 points off the top. Shauna, don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. It's so it's so rich for coming back. We start the season, you know. But it's say, are we out in the league? Are we out in the league?
All right.
All right, so the game of the weekend was actually a London derby. Arsenal.
Yes.
Chelsea
versus
locked
Chelsea.
horns at Stamford Bridge. Me know, after watching the game and watch about the game and then watch highlights, I kind of have maybe the hype behind the game, the build up and all that, and during the game, you kind of like whenever they really see the game or they really want to see it. I felt like even though Chelsea came out like they came up with the intention to give a big performance. I felt as though that big performance that I was expecting from them, I still never thoroughly see it. Even though Chelsea created enough chances that could have ended the game early before Arsenal came back into the game, but I felt like it was a game of flukes, a game of errors. And it's
Definitely.
like, it is fair for me to say that both teams rode their luck. Both teams rode their luck. And at the end of the day, it might Chelsea fans not gonna like this, even though they had the opportunity to kill the game. I feel as though after how the both teams go back and forth, I felt as though a 2-2 result was a fair result. Let me say this. Arsenal conceding a penalty. A lot of people are complaining. But based on how the handball was interpreted, yes, where am I going to do with the man? Where am I going to chop it off? No, him can't chop it off. Him hand is a part-time body. And if him hand is in a natural position and the ball go towards him, they might go call it a handball. They might consistently call it, but it's still handball. There was no complaint from me as a neutral. It was a handball, and it was good to see that the kid held him nerves and score the opening goal for I call him the kid, a Chelsea, a Man City reject, a Man City get rid of him. But I must say, it's kind of interesting because the kid Cole Palmer, he's a standout for England under 21s, and I love when a young baller have confidence in a game of that magnitude, step up and want to kick the penalty. Of course, you know if you don't pay attention, Raheem Sterling won the penalty. And Enzo intervened.
Of course. I think Enzo did.
Intervened and said,
Yeah.
no.
A couple of them did want the penalty.
Enzo better never won a penalty. Against West Ham. He never won a penalty.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Cole Palmer stepped up and gave Chelsea the lead. And then later, I mean, it was cagey at halftime. It was Chelsea going at the halftime with them head held up high, and it was 1-0 halftime. But I'm not going to say Shana. Mudryk, he started out good in the game. He did all right for saying in the link with Arsenal when he signed for Chelsea. I must say this: his shot, his goal that was scored, we all know that that was not his intention. But nonetheless, Arsenal keeper, the jury's still out for Raya, dropped the ball. It was a cross. It ended up in the back of the net. I'm going to say this, Shauna. You see when them go 2-0 up on when they look dead. When they look dead.
Yeah.
And then Jackson get a chance and fluff him lines.
And fluff it.
Then Raya pass one, give Palmer. And all them have to do is stop it in the far corner. Him try go run Raya and miss. So Chelsea could have almost go 4 up, and the game would have been over. And here comes Sanchez. Remember when I make fun of Onana? Oh, what's my name? Onana. Sanchez I make clearance and pass the ball to the man, when I say the man all season for Arsenal, Declan Rice. And Declan Rice was like Rice and score. You see, once the game go 2-1, I felt like at that point Arsenal was going to come back and win the entire thing.
Yeah. And we actually had a good chance because Nketiah had a really good chance too. I mean, it was a difficult, but trust me, any other chance that it go in, Moosie, bro,
Oh my
the
God.
laptop had to reach out of the window. Everything, TV
in
out
the
of the
moment,
window.
make it your feet, man, that tick board, it does the joy of what the football give you.
Yeah, because Chelsea fans were talking a lot of smack, you know what I mean? So for a result like that, being 2 down, come back.
The Chelsea fan them hurt. And
of course them hurt. You could have said it hurt. I'm gonna drink all of them tears. What?
if Chelsea
Full.
coach, they approach the game differently, they probably would have had a better shot, right? You see in football, you see when you're up, you can't take your foot off of the gas. When you're up, you have to be clinical, you have to execute till the final
True.
whistle blow. So when you play against, like you say, a local rivals, there is a rivalry between Arsenal and Chelsea. I don't think they're on the same level at this moment, but there is a rivalry there. These two teams, when they play each other, there is always fireworks, right? And just believe, say, Chelsea on the upper hand, and them say, I don't want to beat the Arsenal. Come back in the game. Sell it.
Yeah. But Moosie, man, I watch the game and I'm like, shit, what is this? I mean, how the team looked, we looked like a team that partied whole night, and then came into the game like, oh yeah, because Chelsea is down here and we're up here, we got this. Because Chelsea haven't beaten us at the bridge in a while. I think it's been like
On a
three,
bogey
4 years
ground.
now. They haven't beaten us. Yeah, so you know what I say? We come in at the game, the approach to the game was very lackluster. I'm like, wait, this isn't the same team. Even though our performances haven't been as great as last season, we still do enough to secure our 3 points. But trust me, that game was just different. That was our worst performance I've seen so far this season. Like Chelsea just had their foot constantly on our throat. And if they were more clinical, trust me, we would have it would have
But
been ugly for us out there. Yeah, cause every ball, Bruce, them a take off a winner with ease, Them a press with. It
I'm
was
never say
not
this
pretty,
though.
but
You
shout
say
out to
when you
Declan.
look upon for them midfield and you're at midfield, in my opinion, they had a better midfield play in the initial stages of the game. But later in the game, because of some of the stuff, and I'm gonna blame Pochettino. I felt as though he approached the game wrong. And also, I agree with you what you say about Arsenal. Them feel as though because Chelsea not have been that good this season, Chelsea that come roll over and get them the 3 points. No, ain't no 3 points in English Premier League. You have to earn your points.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say.
For
You know,
earning. I
one
may have
thing to say.
one
I
more
think we're
thing
probably
to
not gonna
say
say the
too.
same thing.
Go
Watch what
ahead.
I'm about to say. There's a lot of comparisons in the Premier League about talisman and leaders. I just don't understand what is going on with Arsenal captain Odegaard. He has been in a shitty streak right now. Like him just can't get it right. Like he's just on the field. Him not have no impact on the play, none at all. And people always talk about my Bruno this and Bruno that. Him is no different. Him not have the most recent game we watch Arsenal. Him not have no impact. I watch him against City. I watch him against Chelsea. I watch him yesterday. No impact. What has happened to Odegaard? We need to address that and then we're going to roll out. Shana, what?
Why I don't know. Why I don't know what happened to Odegaard still, he has been very lackluster. He's just been a passenger on the field and stuff. Like like he's in his own head. I mean, I don't think it's the kind. A part of me doesn't feel like it's the new contract, because sometimes players tend to get
Right.
paid and then the performances drop. But I don't think, for some reason, I just don't feel. I just think he's just pretty low on confidence right now. I'm not like a super fan of Odegaard, but I mean, I just hope he raises his level again. I expect him to, because even since he got the contract, it's not like he's been bad
Right.
all of those
Since.
games. He's had good games in between. It's just that, like, the last two especially, he's his lack of drive out there is, he just looks like a passenger out there. He's not doing much. But I hope Odegaard bounces back, because he's one of our better players. We need him firing. But I think another thing, I mean, one thing I always wanted Odegaard to improve was his shooting, and I
Right.
think he's
He's
kind of
trying too
overdoing
hard.
it right now. But I hope he gets back that confidence. Yeah, he's trying too hard, but I haven't given up on him yet.
Let me
I
say
hope,
this in the
he
coming to his
finds that confidence.
coming to his defense, and I think it's the same thing that's happening to Bruno. Shauna, when you think about it, from the league start, from preseason to the league, enough games them playing, with the international break and with the travel and all that, so I feel like the ball them probably just need a break. Him look fatigued. We all know him can play. him just like you say, him just not look interested. It's just probably
Yeah.
fatigue. Just need a break. But the games are coming so fast, you don't get no break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's gonna be that very
Over the Christmas period.
clustered schedule coming up
The thing is, with
in a couple
both our
months. Yeah.
coaches,
So
they don't like to rotate. Keep the same starting 11 for
no,
like
they don't.
them run the play them to wreck. But like I said, looking forward. I'm looking forward to see what happens this weekend. We don't have a lot of big games this weekend in the Premier League. We have the Manchester Derby. I mean, I don't know what to expect from it.
Just
I'm gonna just say this, Shauna. I'm gonna shut my eye and say, Man United going to pull off an upset. Man United going. Listen,
upset.
I'm gonna use your words. I'm gonna use your
Hey,
words.
Moosie.
Bulls can beat City and them yard. Man United can beat City.
Yeah,
You're gonna pull up.
I won.
That's
I like the
how we pull out the
confidence. But hey, a one person, me see, we used to not, despite the performances, one coach was somehow could have beat City was Ole. Ole. I don't know. It was just funny. You remember back
We
during
don't
the
know
Ole
what kind of
period?
was they used to have in Pep, but
Yeah,
in Pep scene, in Barlet start
yeah,
sweat.
man.
Anyway, we
Yeah, for
go
some
in depth
reason.
about every little thing we do want to discuss, and we touch upon all the topics. I just want to highlight, even though it's a 4-4-3 ball talk, majority of the converse that we talk about is European football, right? But we just want to make it be known that we also follow up NFL, and of course the NBA started this week. The NBA started last night, and shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. Currently, them say Baltimore Ravens are one of the top contender, and that is my top contender for going to the Super Bowl this year. My quarterback looking like problems. Anyway, now we're just ready.
And that them said a couple years ago.
Shout out to Sean.
I'm a bye week. When I'm not for about the Jets.
Let me say, as we always say here in 443 Ball Talk, we're gradually making progress, and we appreciate the love that everyone is showing us. But share it with your friends. Like, subscribe, and share. We're on all social media platforms. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter, because our Twitter, we're X. We're not deal with. We're not depend that. I'm X after winning a match class. But shout out to everybody that's always tuning in. The last episode we have Chaos come visit the place and burn off a nice little vibe. Look forward to him coming back. The week before that we had Treen. The week before that we had Beanie. I'm sure they're gonna be back soon, because anytime them come over here, a nice little vibe burn off. And of course, it's always positive energy. Even though me and my co-host ever go back at it because we are rivals. But in the day we should fun outside of the
yeah. Even in the NBA. Even in the NBA. What happened to your team yesterday? What happened to your team yesterday?
Like me say, as always, over 443 ball talk, we're not doing a small talk. And the energy is always up. And like me say, I always shout out to the people them way. I bless you and I give way positive feedback. We appreciate all that. Whenever we drop the post them on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, drop something in the comment, give us feedback. Let us know what you're thinking, because guess what? Me and Shannon does that. I give our views. What is your view? And on that note, thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening again. And Shannon, I was listening to one blessing up before she left. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah. No, but I question what happened to your team.
Listen,
last time. Notice you sidestep it. I mean,
peace and blessings. Because the Warriors catch a L last night, but guess what? The L will never lose. We'll learn. So anyway, got up on yourself, love and love alone.
Oh. Yeah, man. Love and love
next
alone.
Episode 443 Ball Talk. Moosie, Shana, we're out. No small talk.
No small talk.